Let me do Fulton explaining to kids what a night hole is.
Okay. I'll give you a. Hello, boys and girls. Gather round. That's it. Sit down. Now, we have a very special guest today, boys and girls. Yes, we've got Fulton Battlestone. Give him a little round of applause. Good. Okay. Now, shh. That's it. Timmy. Fulton is going to explain to us a lovely little thing. Fulton.
Hello
what are you
there,
here to talk about today?
Class 2C of High Helms Primary School. My name is Fulton Battlestone, and I'm a smithy and also a member of the Danger Club podcast. Podcast, the club, just the club in general.
What's a podcast?
I don't rightly know.
Let's just move on. Just move on. It's fine.
And today I'm here to talk to you about the morning hall and the night hall.
Oh, is this appropriate?
Hey, it's a dwarven tradition. So,
yep.
Kids, have you ever wondered what time it is?
No.
Ah, well, now you can, because we have created, as smithies, have created a day hole, in which you can see what time of day it is through this hole.
I don't think these children understand the concept of time yet.
Oh, well, it's easy. Half hall is midday. Full hall is 5 o'clock.
Okay, boys and girls, give Fulton Battlestone a lovely little thumbs up. That's it. Well done. And Fulton, thank you. That's the end of the class.
All right. See you later.
Thanks for the whole chat. That was wonderful.
Don't forget the song, though.
Oh, yeah. Go on, teach us the song.
It's daytime, what time? It's daytime, what time? That hole tells us what time. What time is it? It's daytime. The sun is shining through the hole. The sun is shining through the hole. The sun is shining through the hole. But watch out, because when it gets to night, it won't be shining oh so bright. The night hall then is appropriate, for the night time is the night hall. The second verse is not very good, but there you go. Anyway, see you later.
Bye, Fulton. Who booked him for the school chat? Was that you?
What's night hall?
Yeah, just shut up, Timmy. Just shut up. Now maths.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
We have found some secret doors.
We probably have to pull them at the same time.
Okay, so shall we do it? Shall we count to 3 and we open them both? Why?
I wrestle with Carragher.
I wrestle with Fulton.
You open both secret doors at the same time. There slithers a kind of black, greasy ooze.
I activate Philippe.
In 6 seconds, you have drastically increased the number of monkeys in this room.
None of this would have happened if you had a map.
The adventure continues now.
There are a few fundamental rules of role-playing games, and I like that we subvert those rules a lot of the time in the way we play, in the characters we play, in the relationships we have, in the way we approach problem solving. In this kind of who should you trust, what kind of adventures should you take on, how should you make up a party, what roles should people have, and one of them, of course, never open 2 doors at once in the middle of a dungeon. And yet that was the one that we so happily and so quickly broke immediately after just 1 episode before being so afraid of every door that it was possible we might leave and just go and rest.
We'd had a sleep. I think there was something in those rations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
it.
Dummy juice, man.
I did float it to the crew, and everyone was quite keen to open both the doors.
I have to say,
I thought it was going to be like a thing where it's like you have to do them at the same time, and then a thing comes up.
I got to say, Scott, when you said why, I wasn't thinking about why are we opening 2 doors at once. I was thinking, why are we opening the doors? That's why I said, because we're looking for stuff.
What?
I hadn't really thought about 2 doors at once.
Why would I be asking questions as to why we're opening doors at all? Every time
because you ask questions about everything.
And this is why. Look at us now. We're fighting 18 slimes.
Yeah, I know, but see, you're the man who asked too many questions, like the boy who cried wolf.
You're right.
We didn't listen to your question
You're
correctly.
right. This is the
it's
moral.
On you.
This is the moral. Oh, the boy who cried wolf is the man who stopped to ask in a dungeon, why are we opening these doors exactly, guys? Ow, boy who cried wolf. Let the slimes in. Let them in.
Oh, because knowing and sliming is half the battle. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much of a defense, but Velda didn't agree with the 2 doors thing, but he also didn't say anything because there was lots going on. So,
Velda, does he? He
I didn't
waits
even
after the thing has happened and then goes,
But he was sort of. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on in the build up to these 2 doors being opened. Velda was feeling a bit uncomfortable. The wrestling and the
it all
shouting.
felt quite exciting. Like, like you say, we'd had a sleep, we'd had some rations, and it felt like, there was a bit of like bullshit sort of, hey, come on, let's do a thing. Hey, do you know what I mean? And like, as a player, I did not think about, what if there's monsters behind both these doors? I didn't think that at all. I was like, there's going to be prizes behind both doors. We're going to win. And if we open them at the same time, I think something, like Ross said, like maybe someone could come out of the floor in the middle saying, you are the millionth person to open these doors, and we're going to get streamers and like.
It's not an opening of a Tesco's in Scunthorpe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you need to open 2 doors at once if you're opening a Tesco in
To be
Scunthorpe?
fair,
No, I just mean like the 1,000th customer or whatever,
The Tesco's in Scunthorpe, if you open 2 doors there, they'll probably get security on you.
Yeah.
True.
Because it means they're trying to come in one and get out the other.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we did win. #slime. It's
I mean, if it was a kids show and you were trying to get slime all over you, then that would be. Then we'd have won. But
Actually, we'd still be losing. Philippe's the only one who'd be winning that so far.
Do you think?
Yes,
this is,
you're right.
Do you think this is Kibway's version of Funhouse? It's like the crazy caravanserai. Just like it's a whole lot of fun. Slime is to be won.
For those that don't know, Funhouse was a kids show. No, we haven't. This is the first time. I'm pretty sure.
Have we not referenced Funhouse before?
I feel like we have.
I remember talking about the twins and like.
Nah, man, that's a conversation we had outside. I'm sure.
Was it?
We have not talked about the twins on this podcast. I would definitely remember that.
Pat Sharp.
Okay.
Big
Pat Sharp and the
squishy
twins.
house. Yeah.
All right, so Funhouse was like this crappy early 90s.
Crappy?
Yeah. Go easy on Funhouse, man.
Come on now.
We can do it on the recall, can't we?
It was pretty shit, man. Like, apart from the go-karts, and the go-karts, you only got to go on them for like 30 seconds. Fuck that.
Talking about squishy house and
No.
I knew if I was watching Funhouse, it was Friday and it was the weekend, which made it the best show in the world.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
I really want to go to Funhouse.
Amazing. Kick my shoes off and take my pants off and shit,
Can't
man.
believe you, Colin.
Start running around.
There was prizes to be won.
Yeah,
It was a real wacky show where anything would go.
The theme tune is still in our heads, and it will never leave us.
It was like
That's not fun.
Like obviously it's not.
I like that.
Obviously it's not dramatic now because soft play areas are everywhere. Like they're just a standard thing. But when we were kids, that's not a thing you could go to. So to see that on the television with a go-kart track involved and 2 people who looked the same and a man with hair that looked like it was bought in some kind of a space shop, it was incredibly exciting.
It was very exciting. I love the idea of like each of us, the youthful version of us, sitting there watching Funhouse, and then there's youthful Colin sat in the corner scowling, listening to Cypress Hill or something, just being like,
Watching MTV.
fuck off. Yeah, an MTV. Yeah.
How I could just kill a man.
And that man will be Pat Sharp, yo. Tweet us.
I don't want to kill Pat Sharp. Pat Sharp's like he's a bit of a dude, I think. Actually.
He's alright, isn't he?
He's not.
Or is he a bad person?
He came to our university one time when I was at university. He did like a university student unions tour.
Oh yeah.
And he bragged, whereas everyone was being like, "Oh fuck Pat Sharp," and he bragged quite awkwardly and uncomfortably that he'd had sex with both of the twins, and everyone, even the rugby crew.
What?
I remember even the rugby guys were like, "Oh, it's just not cool."
Oh man,
you seem older to us now.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a bit desperate.
Well,
gosh.
It's tricky, isn't it?
Let's not talk about Pat Sharp anymore. Let's talk about
Let's talk about Neil Buchanan.
Neil Buchanan. And the last time he came out, I think we said he was dead, and he's not dead.
He's not dead. Sorry, Neil.
He's not dead.
I always like when we do these kids show things, because Ross, you're a little younger than us. Like, what was your version of Funhouse? What was the kind of the game show that you watched when you?
There wasn't really. I can't remember. Noel's House Party.
That wasn't a kid show.
Yeah, it was. Mr. Blobby.
Mr. Blobby.
Yeah, Mr. Blobby.
And Zap. Super Ted. Count Duckula.
Super Ted. You were talking about Super Ted.
Yeah.
These are all the same shows that I used to watch.
Super Ted was around in the 70s, man.
Are you sure you're younger
Reruns,
as you
mate.
are?
Reruns.
Wizardora. Vitamins.
Wizardora.
Wow.
I still maintain that Spotty was a dickhead.
Really? Why?
He was useless. He just really irritated me. As a kid, I was like, oh, shut up.
It's really what's funny. It's almost like we've got a Spotty archetype in this very party, isn't it? Imagine someone a bit like C-3PO, someone a bit like Spotty in this party.
Scott, have you ever seen Aquila? Did you ever watch Aquila?
Yeah. The Roman machine
Aquila.
that came back from time, and you got in it, and it took you flying around all the place.
I've never seen that.
That was the theme tune to it. There you go.
Yeah,
That sounds cool. That was maybe after my time.
Yeah,
It
I
was
did not know
nightmare.
that.
The biggest one
Nightmare.
was Demon Headmaster. That was the biggest one. That was the terrifying one with the
Really?
the wasp creature mutating out of the wall thing. Like that was horrifying for kids. Absolutely terrifying.
I remember Demon Headmaster was my very first experience of being like, oh, they fucking made a TV show out of the book. Oh my God, like that kind of that hipster superiority, because we'd read it at school. And the TV show's better than the book. I think. I don't know. I was 10 when I read either of them. I'm not going to make a moral judgment on either one of them.
Fair enough.
Pick up The Worst Witch, though. I still have The Worst Witch.
Oh, The Worst Witch.
great.
Hell yeah.
And I still
Tim
would take...
Curry. Tim Curry is in The Worst Witch, the film version, man.
Is he really?
Yeah, he plays the the mega wizard at the end, you know? They're all going, oh, I'm so excited to see the wizard, like, I don't know, the sort of king of the wizards or whatever. And he comes out at the end and goes like, Mildred Hubble, come with me. You are the best witch, not the worst witch. And she like jumps on his big cape, and he like flies around going like, come on, and like he's so cool, and like it's the greatest ending, man. I love it.
That sounds so good.
On,
I tell you what,
awesome.
let's take it from the worst witch to the worst adventuring party. That's unfair.
I thought you were going to say the best druid. God damn it.
In no way are you all culpable for this situation. So last week, in a very sensible and well thought out plan, the Danger Club decided, not exactly as a group, that the best thing to do upon finding two secret doors would be to open both of them simultaneously to see what would be inside. And it turned out what was inside both doors were horrible slime monsters. In one of them there was an office with a big, elaborate-looking, expensive-looking desk. And some bookcases and things, and sitting in a high leatherback chair was a fuming black tar-like sludge with burning embers in it, which proceeded to come slithering over the top of the chair, trying to get at them. You guys shut the door, shoved some clothes underneath, shoved a bedroll underneath it. It then fumbled, trying to knock the bedroll out of the way, so it's got one action for its next attack. Meanwhile, on the other side of the room had a box in it with some stones. Shania summoned some mad monkeys who promptly threw the stones all over the room and knocked everything over. A load of oozes dropped from the ceiling. Philippe heroically ran in, grabbed the box, and dived back out, and you have split a few of those oozes. So you got 4 oozes in that room, but Shania has managed to shut the door as well. Will that be enough to slow them down? I guess we will find out. How are you feeling about this, team?
Easy, we got this.
I am less confident. However,
Run away.
yeah, I mean I think that's the best plan. But we're gonna have to run away one at a time, unfortunately, which is a bit annoying. With them getting to run at us during it because we're still in combat, right?
Yeah, but they've got to get through a door. Both of them have got to get through doors.
must
go
get
under a door.
One of them's kind of out though.
Yeah, one of the fuming sludge is already in the room.
But he's only got one go on his next. He's only got one action on his next.
Very
go,
true,
so.
and they are all slower than us anyway, so we can quite easily get away from them. We just get away from them if they continue to follow us. We just use ranged attacks whilst kiting. This is what you call them from an MMORPG. Right. You're moving away whilst hitting them with ranged attacks while they can't hit us with ranged attacks back. Okay. So we do that, or we just throw things in their way. I don't think we've got any more Alchemist Fire, have we?
No. I would suggest I need to do a successful recall knowledge check on this guy, but I think he's a fiery thing, so I don't think fire's the one to use against this one.
But the others, there's loads of others.
Yeah, there's loads of others. They're immune to acid.
Yeah, we know that.
Sure
we should be able to smash those ones. But the door's closed now, so AoEs are kind of out at the moment, but might save those for later. What we could do...
almost a shame, because actually that would be perfect fireball territory right now. That
I know,
full
right?
of enemies.
Yeah. What we could do is run through into the courtyard, out through the garage, as Fulton keeps calling it, and just fuck off in the sea.
Shut the doors.
Shut the doors, pretend
then
nothing
just
ever happened.
slime under them and then just go and kill. It'll be like Venom, and then.
Well, yeah, all right. Maybe it will, but maybe we can find out something before we get to that point. Like, they're pretty slow.
Do you think, given our recent experiences in Kidway, that us running round to various people who have vague information on things and be like, "Quick, tell us something about the thing. Do you know that?" That's not going to go down well. We didn't do that well with it the first time around when there wasn't a time limit.
and also, if I extend Bubba's sort of motivational talk, the lives of the few outweigh the lives of the many. Abandon good. Just leave. They'll go in the city,
abandon
but
good all who enter.
It's not what he said, man.
It's not what he said.
It's a logical extension. I mean, abandon good.
Let's just quickly talk through, because this will be one of these things. If it comes up later, I don't want to be something we miss. But what did you come into this caravan house for? Let's recap why you were coming in.
The box.
The box.
We wanted the box.
Okay.
Which I think hopefully we've got. However,
Philippe is holding Philippe is holding an open teak box.
Yes, I'm hoping that it's the right box.
It might be the right box, but it no longer really has its contents.
No, I
in which
realise
case it is just a box.
Yeah, but would it have clues? I don't know. All right, fine.
Well, we haven't even looked at it yet. Let's go to the courtyard and look at it, and then we can see. And
also, I need to work out if there's any way that I can get these monkeys to follow us. Because,
Why?
I mean,
why?
Because they've got the gem things.
They've got all the stuff on them, haven't they?
They actually don't, because you didn't used all of your actions in order to get Philippe out and shut it. So the spell has ended. So the monkeys disappeared as soon as you closed the door. The gems are now just scattered all across that room.
Okay,
wherever they were. So let's jump
Gems,
back in.
however, are fireproof, James.
They are.
They are.
It is Velda's turn.
At the moment, I can't see them because the door is shut.
No, you can't see them. Because the door is shut. You can see the fuming sludge, which is attacking Bubba and Fulton. Although a fireball there will definitely hit the two of them.
Yes, no, that's fine. I'd like to try. Can I try another knowledge arcana on that sludge?
You absolutely can try another knowledge arcana.
Oh, that's much better. That is 33.
33. Yeah, there we go. That's a critical success. Let's tell you a few things about the fuming sludge. The fuming sludge. Let's see. It has. So it's in terms of its immunities. We'll do those first. Same as normal critical hits. Mental, piercing, precision, slashing, visual and unconscious. It's also immune to fire. It is weak against cold. So it can detect nearby creatures by their chemical composition. It's like a mass of chemicals. So it doesn't need to see to be able to attack, which is good because the haze around it is this choking haze, which can make it hard to act while you're within there. It's going to have a penalty against you. And it means that everything within the haze has concealment, so it's a DC 5 flat check to hit anything. Fulton got away with that last time because we forgot to bring that one in, but I'm not going to retcon it an episode afterwards, but we're going to remember that from now on. So in that haze, things get pretty nasty. Finally, it can also eject a glob of itself at people a long way away, which as it cools will gradually slow people down. Like a glob of lava. That is what you are dealing with there. Nasty.
Okay, so what I could do is I could drop down a spell on that mofo.
Yeah.
Or what I could do is use Gust of Wind to blow away the haze. And then open up for attacks. If it's concealed, will it have a 50-50 miss chance on spells?
No, that is hidden. So concealed is a DC 5 flat check. So you just got to roll 6 or higher on a D20 in order for the attack to be successful. It's much lower, 25% miss chance, effectively.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm just gonna Velda gestures and calls down a sudden bolt of energy. Goes bit of lightning.
So we are staying then.
Well, we're going to have to do something about this just to cover it for the moment because it's in combat with 2 people. Well,
yeah.
Or we run.
The 2 people in question. What do you think?
Me, I will run if
run.
I think we run. We check the box. We do double move or 3 moves. Check the box, and then they're going to follow us anyway. So.
What? Get them to follow us out into the street and then go running back in and get the gems when they're not in there anymore.
No, don't. We're not putting innocent lives in danger, Drummond.
No, we just go back the way we came through the building.
The lives of the few, Scott. The lives of the few.
It's not what he said.
No, I know it's not what he said. It's what I'm saying. The lives of the few. I'm going to make my own jug.
If we ran away, it would take them. The green slime is going to take ages to get through the door, and the orange slime is just slow at the moment anyway. So it would take them ages to catch up to us. It would give us time to regroup and prepare spells and actions if we wanted to bottleneck them if they came through one doorway. Also, it would be really lame if the slimes were like just friends. Do you know what I mean? They haven't really got a mind. They haven't got a society over civilization. Yeah. But if they didn't end up just trying to slime each other, that'd be just beardy, wouldn't it? Anyway,
Depends, what do you think a slime eats?
Well, if it's one based on like chemical composition, then chemicals are like also in everything. Chemicals.
I thought you meant friends like the sitcom, like the 2 slimes, the 5 slimes would sort of get together on a sofa and have coffee.
Yeah. It turns out when the slimes meet in the middle of the room, they actually end up renting an apartment together. And
the orange ones are such monikers. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Then, in that case,
do it. So, we'll cancel that.
For? So, it looks like we're going to run for it. So, Velda would like to use his 2 remaining actions to move.
Talk me through the. Oh yeah, so you're not doing the sudden bolt. You're going to move.
No. Okay. Sorry, that's because as he gestures and he gets the hint, people are like, "We're going to run." It's like, okay. He releases the energy and then
move 50 feet.
Move 50 feet.
You got movement of 25.
I think I have got movement of 25. God, I haven't looked at that in a long time.
Cool.
Where is it, Path Builder?
I wish you guys could see the Roll20 where this opened up, because all of these sludges have got auras around them. So they've all got little circles around them showing where all their various gases and things extend to. And because there are so many of these little circles on my screen at the moment from all the different oozes, and they're covering everyone, and then there's just one square where all of the circles just don't quite hit, and that's where Velda's standing. It's like the Venn diagram of wizard safety.
I've become attuned. In the many years I've been playing Velda, I've become attuned to that space.
Oh, brilliant. So yes, you just turn and bolt through the doors back out into the courtyard. That's both of your actions.
He'd also like to pull his scarf up over his mouth as he does that, because he obviously knows a bit about the.
You can hold your breath. You can hold your breath if you want. Scarf. Baba, Von, Hoops. First things first. Before you do anything, I need a fortitude save from you.
A fortitude save.
Exactly.
So I plus. Sorry, which one do I plus to this?
You add your fortitude bonus.
Okay, which I believe is plus 13. Oh, that's good. It's a 32.
32. It's a success. So you shake off the. Not quite critical success, so you will have to save again at some point. But yes, you shake off the effects of the smouldering haze, and you are able to act normally during this. What would you like to do?
I'm going to bravely run to where Velda's gone to.
Okay, you bravely run as you go to. As soon as you start to move, it takes an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh.
Some things have attack of opportunity.
Do you know what? I think you set this up because you were like, it's an extremely rare thing in Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Yeah.
I set it up by it being the first monster you fought in this entire, I think since the jungle drakes, this is the first monster that's had it. That's a 30 to hit.
Also, this thing is so slow, and it's been slowed, and you're like, oh yeah, it still gets an attack of opportunity.
It does. It still gets a reaction. It's lost 2 actions, still has a reaction, and has 1 normal action.
Whatever, Dan. Whatever it hits.
It hits you. Okay, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of persistent fire damage as you catch fire.
Jesus.
So Bubba it hits Bubba, and Bubba's clothes just go up.
Oh my god.
As Bubba starts to burn.
Burn, Bubba, burn.
Okay.
Burn, Bubba, burn.
Can you hold on? Can you remind me of those points? Because I got into the song.
Yeah, no problem. So 9 points of bludgeoning and 6 points of fire.
Slimy Inferno.
The green things are not immune to fire, are they? Interesting.
No.
Is that the full withdrawal? Is that all my actions?
It depends. It's up to you. You could spend 3 actions to run all the way, and you'll get well past Velda off into the courtyard if you want to.
No. Can I get to Velda and then? I mean, I'm on fire, aren't I? So
you are on fire. Yes.
Yeah. I'd like to do something about that.
Drop and roll, maybe.
Fire.
It takes 2 actions to try and put out fire. So if you want, you can, the furthest you'll be able to get is to the door, basically, and then you could spend 2 actions to roll on the floor and get an extra and lower the DC of the flat check to put the fire out. Or you could run to Velda, and you still get a flat check at the end of your turn. It's just flat check is 15 if you don't do anything, or it's 10 if you do something.
I don't really understand that.
Okay, it's easier to put. You've got more chance of the fire going out if you do something to put the fire out, but you won't get as far away from the creature.
Right. Let's just go to where Velda is, and then I'll spend 1 action doing half of that, and then on my next go, I'll do the next bit of what I need to do. Does that make sense?
You get right to Velda. So Velda, you just see Bubba come running out of the doors on fire.
It's a phoenix! It's a phoenix!
Okay, and now I need a flat check from Bubba to see if the fire goes out. That is, so just roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
Okay, I got a 16.
16, the fire goes out.
Yeah.
Oh
wait, it's Bubba. No, it's Bubba. No,
you hit the ground and just roll along the ground as you get to it, and the fire does go out, and to put out the last of the flames. Ooze time.
I just realised as well, we had a callback to Noel's house party. Dan, have any of these blobs said blobby, blobby, blobby yet? Is that what they do?
Yeah.
Blobby, blobby, blobby.
Is there anything like in British culture that is harder to explain to somebody who did not grow up here than Mr. Blobby?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
It's the most
Noel's
ridiculous
house party, and
so some stuff happens in the room with the closed door. Don't worry about it. Caragor One Fang.
So, they are the red one. The orange one goes for things as a chemical. First off, I take a holdy breathy move action to get to where everyone else is going.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see how far you can get with 50. Yeah, you can get back to Velda with 1 action to spare.
I only want to take 1 action in that direction. 1 move action in that direction.
That's fine.
Velda, you say the orange one hunts on, do you say chemical composition of things?
Well,
about 8?
It's made up of an extremely complex chemical composition, yes. It's just like a huge range of chemicals that it's made up of. And it can tell where we are because of our chemical composition.
And we're all pretty sure that those green things are going to come through the door, right?
Oh, almost certainly, yes.
Caragor takes out 9 rations and throws them to the door where the green things are about to come through.
Okay. You throw some rations onto the floor. That's fine. That is, an action to get them out and an action to throw them onto the floor. You kind of throw them on the ground. Philippe reaches to pick them up and sort of gestures to himself like, me?
What? Are you still there? What? No, leave them there. Leave them there. The blobs will dissolve them with their natural acidity thing. The chemical stuff will then be part of the blobs, and then hopefully the orange thing will go towards that, or at least be confused by it, or hopefully think that it's part of the same food. And we know the green things are not immune to fire, so that might solve itself. But here's hoping. Anyway. Cross off 9 rations.
Right, very nice. Okay, which means it takes it round to the fuming sludges go with its one action. Okay, let's go for. What's it going to do? Is it going to hit Fulton?
Just hit me already.
It might have to. It's got no one. It's got no one in range of its other special ability, so it's going to go straight for Fulton. Lashes out with a burning pseudopod. 27 to hit.
That is a hit.
That's going to be a hit. 18 points of bludgeoning damage, and you go up in flames. You don't take the fire damage just yet. It ticks on your turn at the beginning of your turn. So Fulton is now on fire.
Fulton on fire. Running
its entire go.
This Fulton's on fire.
It's now Fulton's go. Can I have a fortitude save, please?
You can indeed. And that is a 19.
A 19 is a fail, which means a couple of things. For a start, you are sickened for 1 round.
Yes.
You also cannot recover from persistent fire damage for this round. So you will definitely stay burning for another round. On top of that, you take 5 points of fire damage because at the start of your turn you start burning.
Your pecs are on fire.
And the rest of you.
Cool.
So there you go.
Can I go now?
Just to remind you can just
Mr. Blob.
Let's remind you of the sickened condition. So you feel you got a -1 penalty to all of your checks and DCs, and you cannot willingly ingest anything while you're sickened. But it only lasts for 1 round, so don't worry too much about that.
It's made on the Path Builder app. It's made my armor class red. Does it?
Yes, because it reduces your AC by 1, because your AC is a DC.
Cool.
AC/DC.
AC/DC. Cool. I am going to look at this blob that's just hurt me. I run towards the rest of the guys. I use 2 actions.
Yeah.
I'm going 40 feet, I guess.
No, they refresh at the end of the round, so it hasn't got its reaction back yet.
So I go 40 feet. As I get near Shania, I look at Philop and I look at Jam Jam. I think maybe to use them as a sacrifice, to throw them at the users to eat them. And then I carry on another 20 feet more.
Okay, cool.
So 60 feet.
You run out of the room at 60 feet.
So yeah, all my actions I'm going to spend.
That's fine. Okay, you overtake Bubba and Felder and run out into the middle of
Flame
the
buddies! Aye!
just covered in this sticky, burning slime. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is.
I should probably realise that I've got resistance to fire. But I never, ever realised until I looked at this defence bit right at the bottom of this Path Builder. It says resistance, fire 3.
Yeah, so there you go. I have 3 hit points back.
That, and also Dan mentioned it a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, some green slime comes bubbling up from underneath the door that Shania has just closed, and begins excreting a nasty gas into the room. I need a will save from both Shania and from Philippe.
Oakley dokleys, let's see what happens. Right, so Shania as 25 and Philippe as 25 as well.
25. It is a save from both of you. You're both stupefied. 1, which might come into if you want to cast spells. Just bear that in mind.
Right,
but you are not asleep. And that is all that ooze can do with its turn. It's kind of crawling out from underneath the thing and just letting out gas.
What?
Ugh, gross.
What happened when it came into contact with the 9 rations underneath it?
It's nowhere near the 9 rations at the moment. It's got to get through underneath the door past Shania before it gets to the rations. The rations are kind of lying next to Philippe, so they're behind it. At the moment,
I threw them at the door. So
okay. I'll need a ranged attack to try and get it in there because Shania is standing in that space.
Okay.
Give me a ranged attack to try and get him in there.
That is a 25.
25. Okay, they land perfectly in that space. The slime slithers over the rations and carries on letting out gas.
Okay, cool. Did the rations dissolve?
The rations do start to hiss and sizzle. Yes.
Okay.
Sacrifice Philip!
Actually, the meat, if there's jerky in it, that starts to dissolve. But the vegetables
Jerky.
do not.
It's all jerky. And peanuts. For the morning punch.
Yeah.
That's what goes on there. All right, let's go over to Shania the Rain.
Oh gosh, right, okay.
All the way back around.
So, wow, great. Shania and Philippe are also going to run.
Okay.
So we'll just use our full actions to. I guess I should use one action to give him 2 actions, right?
Probably sensible.
And then we'll both run our full distances.
Very, very good.
And obviously we're stupefied, so it's 10 less than it would be, I guess.
I also, because you're within... Oh no, it's changed its gas to it. Changed its gas. So it doesn't affect that. So you're fine. That Philippe's got a move of 35, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's right. So he'll go 50. And I can't
he's not slowed anymore, so he is fine.
I can't find her movement, but I'm pretty sure it was the same. It was like 35.
Almost certainly 25.
It's probably 25, mate, yeah.
I feel like she was faster, but alright, I don't know.
Okay, if you can find it, let me know and we'll move you a bit further. But I think
30 feet. It's 30 feet. She's 30 feet.
There you go. Okay, so go ahead and have another 10 feet of movement, 5, 10, which means you overtake Velda and Bubba.
Okay.
You run out of the room. Philippe is well out of the room, running off across the courtyard. So the only person left in the vault now is Caragor. Everyone else is back out in the courtyard. That's your whole go. Velda Ken Blight, you're out in the courtyard. What do you want to do? You don't have line of sight on any of the creatures anymore.
Okay, so I can't see the sludge if I move around in the courtyard?
Let me see if there is any angle that you can get that might get you... actually, you know what? There is an angle you can get if you kind of run a little bit closer to the room. You will have a kind of angle over to where it is. It's up to you.
How far away would I be from the blob?
You'd be 45 feet away from it.
That would put me the closest to the blob.
No, Caragor's still the closest.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Caragor didn't leave the room. He's stayed to throw around.
Yeah, but you're going to... Oh, no, because you're through in the rations, aren't you? So you're gonna leave on the next turn, right?
I am. It would only take me 1 move action to leave the room now, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
cool.
You're right in the doorway.
Cool.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. In that case... so you're going to move before the blob. Caragor.
The turn order.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we're allowed to know that kind of thing, if it's the kind of thing that's known to us or not. As a DM.
I mean, if you can remember it from the previous round, then yeah.
I tell you what, can I... Oh, we've done this before. Ready a spell to activate.
Takes 2 actions to ready a spell.
Okay.
It takes 1 action more than the action would cost. So if it's 2 action spell, it takes all 3 of your actions.
Okay, in that case, I stay where I am with a nice friend shield. And I use 3 actions to ready sudden bolt. So as soon as that sludge comes through the door... Yep.
Beautiful. Good round. Okay, you start charging up a sudden bolt, ready just in case. Bubble Von Hoops.
Well, I just thought we were going to run and discuss what we were going to do.
We're still trying to do that.
You've done the run.
As far as I'm concerned, we're still trying to do that, but we're not all out of the room, so that's why combat won't have ended yet. So we're still in the process of running.
All right, well, can I see where they are from where I am? Or...
You cannot, no. You could move to a place where you could see the sludge if you wanted to.
Okay. Same place as Velda.
Same place that Velda would have been, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'll do that for one action, yeah? And then I'll send a couple of missiles. Why not?
Yep.
Just to knock it down a bit. Knock that down a peg or two.
Cool. You launch a couple of magic missiles. Roll that damage.
Yeah.
Is it 4 missiles? Because it's
yeah. So it's 4. Essentially, it's 4. So that's 5. 10. 15. Oh my god, max damage. That's 20 points of damage on those 4 missiles. Yeah.
That is very, very good. No
very
resistance
good.
to force damage, so they just slam into the ooze. Very, very nice. All right, let's give some of these other slimy boys their go.
Blobby, blobby, blobby.
Blobby, 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 blobby. Let's see. So one of them crawls under, another slime crawls out from around the door and starts slithering towards Caragor, but it takes so much movement to do that it doesn't manage to get to Caragor. That's all it did its go. The next one does exactly the same. And just kind of slithers into the room as well. Starts making its way towards Caragor. Does not get into melee with him using its full turn. Caragor, it's your go.
Caragor's just sort of watching and assessing these things' movements sort of closely, curiously. Well, how far away is the fiery sludge from me now?
The fiery sludge from you is 25 feet.
I'd like to back out the room, but in doing so... Is it clear from the checks that myself and Velda made, the conversations that we've had, and the interactions we've had with these things? I've just watched the green ones dissolve meat and meat only. I'm pretty sure I have a testing theory that red thing, the fiery sludge thing... Velda, that thing eat metal?
Does it eat metal, Dan?
Not that you know of.
Not that I know of. Aye. It's not acid, it's sort of made of chemicals and stuff.
Right, well, let's just hedge both bets then, and I like to move out the room, but before I do so, I take out just a bunch of these whistling arrows that I thought were going to be so fucking useful, and they are not. And I like to just snap a load over my thigh, using the ends with the metal heads in. Just toss some at the green sludge, toss some at the red sludge, and then toss a couple of bits of rations at the red sludge, which means both sludges and oozes have bits of meat and bits of metal in them both, because I can't work out which one's their food source, and then leave the room.
Okay. You kind of toss a bunch of stuff on the ground to see what will happen, and then you spend an action to leave the room. Let's give you that,
because the thinking is once they have ingested whichever one is the opposite food source, and then we have left the room, there will be no more flesh and or metal inside the room. They will be the only things inside the room with flesh or metal inside them, and thus they may well eat each other. That's possibly the thinking. Anyway, so I do that and I leave.
Okay,
all right.
It's buffet Caragor.
Yeah, I'm salt baying these guys with arrowheads and jerky.
Let's get the fuming sludge back up here. Okay, the sludge takes its go. It's got a movement of, I bet its movement's garbage. Yeah, it is. The sludge slithers forwards using one move action. It slides straight over the rations and arrowheads. It slides out of the room.
Can it not take persistent damage from the meat?
No, it takes no damage. Unfortunately,
It's immune to meat?
Damage from the meat.
Oh.
It slithers straight. Unfortunately, it seems to reject your offerings and hones in on you as if it can sense your chemical signature. It slithers out into the courtyard, following you up, catches up to Caragor, and is going to make a single attack.
Good try, though.
Yeah.
Everything is chemicals.
Everything is chemicals.
Literally everything is chemicals.
That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, sure.
That is going to be That will be 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and Karagor catches fire.
Stop, drop, and roll.
But that's all it can do. It had to use 2 move actions to follow you out there, which means it's now time for another slime to do some slithering, and that's all it can do with its turn. So it's now Forden's go.
Good. I'm still on fire. And I'm still running away.
Still on fire. So let's see what. Let's roll a bit of fire damage for you, shall we?
Yeah.
So it is. How much fire damage does this do? It does 1d8. Okay, let's roll you some fire damage. There you go. 6 points of fire damage to start off your turn. And what would you like to do?
Okay, I am going to. Is everyone else running towards the building? Yeah.
No, we've
just run out
we've stopped into the courtyard.
Yeah.
That's as far as anyone got.
Okie dokie.
I've got a question on my turn, but yeah.
Karagor. Has Karagor stopped visibly from his running after being set on fire?
After being set on fire, I'm moving and then I got set on fire, so I'm probably still in the process of moving.
Okay, cool. Because if I saw you stop, I would have come back and helped you, but...
No. As far as his intent, he's like he was dropped back to sort of walking backwards and just peppering them to see what worked, sort of like experimentally. So he doesn't stop moving.
Cool. I run towards the building.
Okay. So what, you're running towards the garage or the storeroom?
The original place we came out into the courtyard in.
Sure. Okay.
I'm just going to go run that way.
20 feet, little legs. 2 move actions will get you into the building. We'll get you into the storeroom where the
and then can I stop, drop, and roll? I guess.
You need 2 actions to stop, drop, and roll. So you could run towards the door and then stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So you run a little bit of the way, and then you drop on the floor and you start rolling around, which is going to help you. Give me a flat check.
Cool. That is a 19 on the die.
19. You put out the fire. Stop taking burning damage. Very nice.
I'm still sickened though, aren't I?
You no, the sickened condition wears off because you're not in this thing anymore, so you can take that off too. The first of the green slimes makes it through the doorway and into the courtyard, slithering along after you.
So we will encounter the fiery sludge now, won't it?
It will, yes. The fiery sludge is in between you and it.
Did it come into my view?
You know what? It did, and actually, I forgot to. The fuming sludge did first because it came out to do it. So go ahead and go ahead and cast your spell.
Okay, so with a crackling splackle, the spell goes out. Now it is sudden bolt. Is just a reflex, a basic reflex. So I don't have to run a attack.
Basic reflex 12.
That is a crit fail. In fact, actually, I have a spell DC of I've got an arcane DC of 22.
That's a crit fail, double damage.
Yeah, double flipping damage. Okay, so in that case, it's 4d12, doubling it to 8d12. Oh no! I roll the dice and then and then
you double it.
Yeah. Let me just conjure that up with my magic die roller. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very exciting. Here we go. Take this, sludge. Oh, flipping heck! Oh my god! This might be the most damage I've ever dealt anything. That is 38 on my original roll. And so now I double it. I can't even work that out.
72, isn't it?
78,
60, no, 76.
76 points of
76 points of damage. A small bolt of lightning dealing 4d12 electricity damage. I got a 10, a 10, a 10, and an 8. And then doubling it.
Really good.
I suspect I suspect we maybe get something on the immunity to crits, whether it affects spell attacks. But I feel like spells are different. I feel like I can't see why an ooze wouldn't be immune to spell crits. It makes sense for physical, but for this, I'm going with it. 76 points of damage. Crack-a-boom.
Flippin'
Hits the sludge, blasting it as it comes through. It's still going, but my goodness.
You're like Emperor
Take
Palpatine.
that. I Palpatined
Yeah.
it. Proper Palpatined it. Wow, that made me...
that's so good. I love
That made me
that.
feel
It is
very
now Shania and Philippe's go.
Oh, crikey. It's going to be hard to top that one, isn't it, eh?
It's going to be hard to
Right.
stop that one.
So,
First things-
sorry, where are the slimes?
right.
They're
so
all coming
first
through the
things
door
first.
now. I think
They
we're
are.
just sort of like, because they're
Okay.
weirdly kind of fast, so I don't think we're going to get away from them and be able to do the
Okay.
thing that we were talking about. I think we're just sort of, I think we have to
All
fight
right.
them now. I don't think.
Okay.
They definitely seem to be slower than all of you. But the thing is, they're a bit more focused on their movement because some
Yeah.
of you have kind of only used one movement action to move away, whereas they're fully focused on chasing you down. First things first, can I get a fortitude save? Because you are within the fumes of...
Oh, really? Oh, gosh.
Yes,
I thought we were a bit further away than that, but all right. So, fortitude. Oh, come on. There it is. So that's a 30 for Shania.
A 30, you're fine, you are unaffected by it.
Okay. Do I need to do one for Philippe as well?
No, Philippe is well away.
Okay,
Because of his
right. Oh, yeah, he's a bit-
Philippe's
yeah,
well
yeah, yeah.
clear of the fumes.
Okay, right. All right. So there's that. That's good. And I'm gonna try a little something. I'm gonna try and use. Which one's closer?
Closest one is the fuming sludge.
Okay, so the like sort of volcano-y type dude.
Yeah, volcano dude.
I'll try and use like Curse of Lost Time on it. Would that
Okay.
work?
To make it
I
older.
Well, so okay, so
Solidify.
yeah, maybe it'll. So is it a construct? The slime.
It is not. No, it's
No.
an ooze.
So is it a living creature then? No.
I don't know.
Or is it an object?
It's certainly not an object.
Okay.
I think it probably is a living creature, but it's
Okay.
yeah.
Well then, so a living creature must attempt a fortitude save. A critical success, a living creature is unaffected. Success, the living creature briefly ages, becoming clumsy one and enfeebled one for 1 round. A failure is a success for the duration of 1 hour. It doesn't tell me what that does though. And a critical failure as success with an unlimited duration. As success with an unlimited duration. So can I do that thing?
Change old slime.
Can I age it?
The old
Make it-
slime.
Make it old?
It gets a little
There
flat
is
cap.
nothing in the description
starts
to
eating
say
pickled
that
onions.
there's nothing in the description to say you can't do it. However, it's a touch spell. So
Oh, is it? Oh, well,
gotta
in that
move
case,
up-
not
you
forget
gotta
it.
Run up next. to it
No,
and
do you know what? Oh, I didn't. Sorry. Do you know what? I think I had this. I think I tried to do this on something before, and then you said it's a touch spell, and I went, "Oh, fuck it then." Why do I always forget that? Okay. In that case, I am going to cast Vomit Swarm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old vomit swarm.
I did this on a gelatinous cube at the beginning.
Oh,
of
did you? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool,
I
cool,
was
cool,
going to
cool,
say,
cool,
I
cool,
think
cool.
we've had good success with insects.
Yeah, I'm going to belch forth a swarm of magical vermin, and then they will swarm over the thing, dealing 2d8 damage as a basic reflex save.
2d8 piercing damage. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute,
Yeah,
that's
it's
not going to
piercing,
bloody
that's the
work,
only
is it?
thing, yeah.
God damn it!
It's a shame because you get to choose what they look like as well.
Yeah, I know, that would have been fun. Oh
Little
man.
unicorns.
Okay. Oh, here we go. How about this? Let's try expeditious excavation. I will remove the floor between you, but underneath you, up to the size of a 5-foot cube. Any medium or smaller creature standing atop the earth must attempt a reflex save or an acrobatics check. Success, the creature is unaffected. A failure, the creature falls prone in the nearest available space of its choice. A critical failure, the creature falls into the pit, prone, taking falling damage. And this is a heightened 2, so the spell can excavate an additional 5-foot cube of earth and excavate.
Shit,
I can excavate anyway. Yeah.
So it's like. So it's called excavation, but you need a critical failure in order for it to actually fall down the pit that you've created.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's right.
If it were, I mean, if you pull that off, that's going to be amazing, because that's been what I've been trying. That will hopefully do what I've been trying to do this entire fucking time, which is get them on top of each other.
Yeah.
So if the pit drops underneath the Fumey one, if that goes in the pit.
Yeah.
And then, because the green one's right behind it, and that'll just fall on top of the fucking red one, so fingers crossed.
Okay, alright, well, it's worth a go, right? Should I give it a go?
It is.
Yeah, do it, man.
Do it.
Yeah.
Let me clear this. Let me just clear up that we're absolutely good on this rules-wise. This is, so it's a level 2 spell, so you have got it in your spell repertoire.
Yeah.
And you've prepared this spell?
Yes, I prepared this spell, yeah.
Have you prepared it in a level 4 spell slot? I don't think you've got a level 4 spell slot yet.
Wait,
so
no, I haven't.
Heighten it. So
it's not heightened. Okay, yeah.
It's the level 2 version.
I've got it. Yeah, I've got it in a level 2 slot, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So that means you can excavate a 5-foot cube. So that means, and it's touch range, so it means you've got to move, you're going to have to move next to it, and then you can cast it on the ground underneath it. If you're successful, it'll drop into a 5-foot pit next to you. But just be aware, you have to go up next to it if you want to cast it.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Alright, so you move up next to Caragor, who is burning, and you start summoning up spells.
Hi, Caragor. I'm just going to try a thing. We'll try and put you out soon, yeah? Okay, here we go.
That's all right, baby. Go ahead.
Right, what do I need to do?
So, the first thing you need to do is you take an attack of opportunity for casting a spell with a material and somatic component within its threatened range. It lashes out at you as you start conjuring magic with a 24 to hit.
Yeah, it's going to hit me.
So it deals 17 points of damage and it sets you on fire.
Cool, we got the same suit on, Caragor.
It still looks nice on you, babe.
But
the flames
does not
well.
interrupt casting. You then plunge your hands into the earth below it, which means it now has to make a... did it make a reflex save or an acrobatics check? I can tell you its acrobatics ain't great. So it's going to make a reflex save. Reflex save 21. That's against your spell
and that's
DC.
against my spell DC, which is 22.
It falls into the pit.
Yes,
cool.
Cool.
It doesn't
Enjoy
take any
that one,
falling
Colin.
damage because it only falls 5 feet. Drops with a splat into this 5-foot pit and just sizzles there in the bottom of it.
Nice.
We've got some changes going on.
Okay.
Right. And
what damage did I take? Sorry.
So you take 5. You took 17 points of bludgeoning.
Right.
You take 5 points of fire. And now I would like a flat check from you. So roll a d20. Tell me what you get.
All right. 3.
3. You carry on burning.
Okay.
But the thing is now down in a hole.
Okay.
That has changed its day quite a bit there.
Okay.
And that's all you've got in terms of you go. Velda, it is your go.
Well, except for Philippe, obviously.
Philippe's got one action. Yeah,
he's got an action. So I think Philippe. Actually, he's got the box, hasn't he?
He has got the box.
Do you know what? He's just going to hide. Philippe's just going to hide somewhere with the box.
Yep, Philippe's got enough movement that he can run over and jump into the wagon that's parked to the side of the camping supplies.
There we go, lovely.
There we go, he's out the way. Velda, let's have a go.
Okay.
First things, can I get a fortitude save? Because you're still within the choking gas.
Oh, what? Even outside in the courtyard?
Oh yeah. It's.
Oh right. Okay.
You're really close to the fuming sludge, even though fuming sludge is down a little bit of a hole.
In a bit of a hole. Yeah, because I was going to say, it was really bonus to being outside against the fuming sludge, because obviously it's not a trap. Oh, okay, fine. All right. Come on, baby. Oh, God, that's even worse than I thought it was. That is a 13.
A 13, it's a fail. Your second one, so -1 to your rolls, -1 to your DCs. If you catch fire, you won't be able to stop burning this turn.
Okay, so Velda just backs up hurriedly, uses one of his actions to back up to... Where's everyone going? Back into the... Well, Fulton's going back into the house.
Yep.
I guess, to be honest, I back off towards the garage that we've opened that leads to the outside, if needs be.
25. Okay, so one action you start moving towards the garage, gets you kind of to the doors of the garage, but not into the garage yet.
Can I see the blob
You've got
still?
2 actions left. You can see one of the green blobs. You can't now see the fuming sludge because it's dropped into a pit.
Okay, and they're sort of bunching up, are they, near the door?
You can see one. They are, but only back in the vault because they took a. They're like there's one of them that's got out into the courtyard that is chasing you into the courtyard, and then there are 3 more of them back in the vault that have just been struggling to get through the thing. If you want, before you make your move, you have got line of sight into the vault, so you could take an action before making your move if you want to.
Yes, okay. How many blobs can I see, and are they in a line?
So now you have. If you're thinking lightning bolt, you could hit 3 of them, but you would also hit Caragor. If you're thinking fireball, you could hit 3 of them, because you can drop a fireball in the vault, and you would be able to hit all 3 of them.
I will do that.
Ooh, you summon it up, and a ball of fire just explodes on all the expensive furniture and tapestries go up.
Okay.
Okay, so they're going to make some reflex saves, and their reflex save isn't good. So let's have some saves for slime number 1, 17. Slime number 2, natural 20.
Oh, bastard.
Slime number 3, dirty 20.
That is not going to be enough. Dirty 20 is not enough.
So it's 2 fails and a crit success.
2 fails. The fireball explodes, and it's not actually a great roll. 10, 13, 15 points of fire damage.
Okay.
It's a 20-foot burst. Would that hit the tapestries and the stuff?
It does kind of hit. It does. Yeah, it's 20 foot burst. It hits most of the things in that room.
Oh.
Not a big room. But yes, it doesn't kill any of them. Unfortunately, the one that saved was the one with the highest hit points. Was the one with the lowest hit points. So it, but it burns down a few of them as the fire goes off, setting fire to everything. And then
I move back towards the garage. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You got that's your
that's
whole
my
action.
whole turn.
It's 2 actions to do that. So yes, you set fire to everything, then you turn and you run. We come around to Bubba Von Hoops. But before we give Bubba a go, I can tell you what's happening. Let me describe the room. At the moment, you have a fuming sludge down in a pit. Standing over the pit are Caragor and Shania. Those 2 burning hearts, both of them indeed on fire at the moment, burning as they stand over it. There is a slime crawling out of the vault towards you. There are 3 more slimes that have just been blown up by a fireball crawling through the vault trying to get close to you. Back in the actual courtyard itself, Philippe is hiding in a wagon. Fulton and Velda have picked different doors and are both retreating in opposite directions. We are finishing this episode the way we began it, with everything split in different directions. Bubble will get you going next time. That is where we leave it for tonight.
Oh boy. Jeez, man. Wow.
All
This
right.
is gonna be one of our longest combats, I feel.
Yeah.
So many enemies in play.
Oh, what's up, Dangerlings? It's James Foxy Lockhart here, letting you know that this week's episode was made possible by our patrons, and especially our Dangerling of the Week, Stephanie Muniz. She's a wonderful Dangerling, and she has a voice to die for. Thank you, Stephanie. To get your name on the show, go to patreon.com/Danger Club Podcast. Do it.